Before I run the introduction, I have some big news. Some absolutely monumental news. Yesterday, I made a video about this person called Louise. And you may think, I'm making a reference to, like some inside joke, some, whatever sort of thing. I don't know who Louise is, and I hear a wither skeleton. That was a lag spike right there. But I just want to get it off, my chest real quick. I have no idea why Luis is even mentioned in that video title, but and honestly, I think there's greater forces at play here. Greater forces. I mean, it really could be anything, if you want to, instantly turn to religion for answers to this kind of stuff, then I mean, I wouldn't fault you because honestly, I have no idea what's going on either. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go in and change that later. Uh, but honestly, I might not because I mean, for what it was, okay, that's a place spawner. For what it was, that video is the first video that I uploaded that actually did really well. And here's the big news that I was actually supposed to get to earlier. I got my first subscriber. Let me tab out real quick just to see who exactly it was again because I want to at least, give them a mention. Big shout out to. There's a little bit of dramatic suspense as my very slow browser loads. Big shout out to Nightmare for being my first subscriber. I really appreciate that. Very generous of you. And we are in a very, very tough situation here, aren't we? I got one. There we go. There we go. There's the second one. Getting some good blaze rods so far. Well, I mean, you can literally see I have two. But once again, this is probably the last time I'll say it, so I don't sound too repetitive. There's one right behind me, is there? There is. Okay, excellent. Let's head around the corner real quick. A big shout out to Nightmare for being my first subscriber, and okay, I kind of want to, you know, I don't really want to play it down any longer. Uh, that video about Luis, it just did so well. It did so well. It got like all of my other videos, 1 view, 2 views. You know who that viewer was? It was mostly me. It was mostly me just watching my own videos to make sure, there wasn't anything horribly wrong with them. And but no, for some reason that video just did super well. And once again, I didn't really come up with that, with that title. It was just kind of like I guess you could really say an act of God. Like I don't even know why that was a thing. How that came to, jeez, there's three of them. How that came to be, how that came to fruition, however you want to put it. I'm being very unprofessional about this, aren't I? Okay, you need to get out of here. You need to get out! No. Please heal up. Okay, I think we should leave that alone for now. Possibly try and find literally anything else to do. Perhaps get some nether wart before I head out of here. it's even a possibility. I don't know. I do only have 9 pork chops left, so getting out of here is kind of a bit less of a, I didn't see something in the bottom right. I think that might have been autosave. But yeah, the YouTube algorithm is mysterious. I'd kind of hope that me, you know, naming my videos with short titles that, I came up with, consciously would be the strategy, because then that would be easily repeatable. It wouldn't be like, this whole, I wouldn't have to roll my eyes back into my head and speak tongues every time I wanted to come up with a new YouTube title. But when you do what you got to do to make a buck or two, I suppose. Well, I got 4 blaze rods. That's enough for brewing potions. It's not enough for pretty much anything else. But I mean, it's enough for now. And there's a nice patch of big ones here, so definitely gonna start trading off some golds. Although, yeah, this is not a lot of gold. We may run out of resources here. We're definitely gonna have to get returned to Cinder soon. Given that this guy's right here. We're about to square off, possibly. Hey, I'm down here. Dang. There we go. It's a purple achievement, yet it's not very. Well, I suppose if you're playing the game for the first time, oh, I hit the gas fireball back at the gas. Isn't that swell? But I mean, I've done it so many times to the point where like I do it and then I get the achievement and I'm like, oh yeah, that's an achievement. But it is like, a little dopamine hit. So you know what, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it being in the game. I also kind of wanted to talk about some more future plans. First off, I'm 100% not doing anything related to Discord. I know that seems really weird because pretty much every YouTuber and their mother these days, and every one of their extended family members, and I mean, quite possibly even their dog as well, or any other pet that they may own. I don't want to be too exclusive here. Except maybe fish. I don't know. I don't think fish would have. Point is, I'm not getting the Discord, even though everyone has one, and that's kind of weird. And I know I'm just not doing it because I don't really like having, basically like what I would, assume would eventually grow to be a sizable community of people that I essentially have to take care of and babysit. I know I could, like, potentially like hire or get people to do that for me. I'm just not interested. I'm not interested whatsoever. Discord's just kind of something I don't want to do. And I used to have a Discord account, but I deleted it because it's really easy to spend a lot of time on there. And that's mainly the reason why I'm steering clear from it. I don't want to go on Discord anymore, is because it is, I mean, it is really, like, you explore all these different communities. You could really just get lost in the weeds. And, you really put a lot of time, a lot of, like resources into doing something that just isn't like I could be working, I could be doing something productive. It's not like a bad use of time, like doing something illegal or doing something that like actively hurts you as a person. But it's not like I have so many better things to do. I didn't want to like spend all my time doing Discord, so that's why uh anything Discord is not happening. and I'm not going to create a Discord server. I don't have a Discord account. That being said, and I know this is a bit, pretentious because I'm super small right now as a YouTuber, but if you see anyone like online, like with the same handle, like Goblin Maxer, that's not me. That is, I don't know, like an impersonator, doppelganger, an imposter, whatever word you want to use. Uh, just keep in mind I'm never creating another Discord account. I would say unless I say otherwise in the future, but I'm pretty dead set on not doing that. Because I mean, I'm gonna be honest. All you do when you have a Discord account and you're in the Discord is you sit in Discord all day. And it's like, I mean, like during the pandemic, it was like there was a justification that, like, oh, but we can't go outside and meet people. And like, yeah, that's like you are meeting virtually, like good for you, kudos to you, right? You're not, infecting people with, the coronavirus. Probably shouldn't have said that. My video is probably gonna get flagged now, but yeah, whatever. I'll get the whole experience with having to deal with it. But no, you can. No, you can. It's 2025. If you're super immunocompromised, super concerned about immunocompromisation, can't even say that word. You could wear masks still. I mean, it looks funny, but like, I mean, some people would understand, like it, you got something going on and it's fine, but you don't need it like anymore, really. Like you could just make friends in real life. And I mean, when you compare making friends in real life to like these virtual sort of like relationships that grow, it's like it's just there's so much more of a barrier to cross in terms of, like first off, meeting people online. Honestly, probably scarier than meeting people like meeting like complete strangers in like your town. Because it's like stranger in my town, I know they're like here, like I know they traveled here for a reason, or I know like they're probably from around the area. People online, you don't know who the heck they are. I mean, sure, like people leave a digital footprint and you can like sift through that. But even then, that could just be like an inaccurate reflection of who they are as a person. And it's just like, well, honestly, I guess that digital footprint is, possibly a bit more of an accurate indicator of who a person is versus like, you meet someone, at a bar or you meet someone at work and you talk with them for like 30 minutes. In that like sort of, comparison, I think it would actually be better to, because some people spend their freaking entire lives, just, and I will be I okay, you can tell this is kind of a sore point for me because I'm stuttering. I'm kind of, why are they there? I'm really trying to skirt the point here. There's three of them, dude. I spent like so much time on Discord. It's actually kind of it's sad. Sad, just to be blunt with it. It's very sad. And that's why I don't really want to do anything Discord related because it's just I say it's a waste of time because I've wasted time with it. One simple as that. I'm not gonna keep, just coming up with a, well, hypothetically, actually, no. No, I wasted time with Discord and that's why I don't like it because it wasted so much of my time. I'm probably gonna feel that way in the future with video games. But I mean, I still have like quite a bit of enjoyment with video games now, even, when because I've been playing Minecraft for like such a long time. Fudge! I mined the gold too close to them. I gotta run away. Okay, but it's fine. 'Cause they'll forget. Then I can give them the gold that I mined. It's gonna be brilliant. It's gonna be awesome. It's my big beautiful plan. It's gonna work because piglins with crossbows are actually laughably weak. Thankfully, because if they're as strong as the piglins with the swords, I don't really think I'd survive. I think I'd actually just die instantly. Let's get you involved in the trade. I'll drop it. It's just, are you ready for it? Yeah, I actually have to. I can't just wait around for this guy. I'm sorry. I know you'd love to see all of the item drops just slowly and agonizingly come out from a piglin. Not gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep moving along. In terms of what I want to do with the future of this channel, uh, for now, I don't have any like super strict formula. I'm only uploading the survival Minecraft because I really like to do that. But uh, I mean, you could see like I just been uploading crazy stuff, and I am want to put this on the record, open to using AI for content, but not in like this disingenuous way. Like I think honestly, like as long as you use it like in a somewhat of a creative way, like like as a tool, right? That was a nice shot. Instead of, just it's like anyone can like hammer in nails with like a hammer. Oh, 2 for 2, nice. Anyone can hammer in nails with a hammer, but if you use a hammer to, like make or I suppose like you put in the nails to like a much larger project, you know. Maybe use a hammer to, like shape some I don't know, shape some metal. You need a different kind of hammer for that. But hey, you use it as part of a larger project, then people aren't gonna be like, oh, you didn't put the nails in by hand. What kind of man are you if you didn't put the nails in by hand? And as horrible as a metaphor as that was, as kind of how I feel with AI. It's just you know, if you just like, put in generate me an image of, me as an anime character and I look super sugoi, right? It's and then you like post that to social media and you're like, check this out. Uh, it, and I mean, you really got to know what to expect with that. Uh, and what you should expect is for your close friends and the people that like you to be like maybe they interact with it. Maybe they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. But if you're like thinking to yourself, I made this. This is practically like art. You need to screw your head on straight, man. Because as much as like prompt engineering can be like a useful skill, it's not the same as the skill where, you move stuff on the page to, create something. It, it, it honestly, it's a bit more like, I don't know. If anything, I'd be tempted to classify it as like, improving your penmanship, really. Improving your writing skills, you know, like trying to score points with, whatever, for, I don't even know, program that determines how to, you know, like florp out images. Ah, darn it. I should really just cage myself in while I'm doing this, but no, you don't. Get out of here. What I'm trying to say is you have no skill and you're not a real artist and you're a loser. And I guess when you t take away all the sugar coating, that's essentially what it is, unfortunately. Which I'm really sorry, but at the same time, you kind of need to hear it. Uh, Honestly, I'd just recommend, like trying to draw, even though, like, and here's the thing, like, even if you like suck at something, if you like do it over and over again, there's like this cheat code where you just magically get better, even though like you don't necessarily you aren't necessarily doing it like even if you don't do that much, even if it's just like, oh, I draw this thing, every day. I make sure to draw something every day. Like eventually over time you are gonna get better at that. And that's gonna broken, that's gonna busted. Uh like you're telling me as long as they like put the time in to do this thing, like I could get it done? And the answer is like yes. You totally 100% can. And I mean the best moments of that are like, when you do that to such an extent to the point where you do get really good at whatever you're doing. And then these are the best days. Best days are when you have a goal for what you want to accomplish that day, and then uh, just you absolutely obliterate it. You absolutely smash it. That's kind of what I live for in the cycle. But to be honest, I'm really fine with just making an average amount of progress. But here's kind of the thing that you need to be aware of. And this is probably, the hardest part of that process for me is, the hardest days aren't going to be, like when you're feeling great and you're working the hardest. The hardest days are really like when you just have to get out there, but you really don't. Like even if it is like, super easy to like, like, oh, I gotta make one drawing today. But you're like, oh man, but I really don't want to make a drawing. I think I had to skip it. Do not, and please listen to me for the love of God, do not skip that. Do not skip it. In the daily plan, you need to do things every day. You need to do things every day. That's not, just, some sort of suggestion. That is, you have to. It's a mandate. Because if you don't do it every day, then what essentially that does is, that sets a precedent. That sets a precedent. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, I eat obsidian. Okay, I got my gold. You set a precedent, and then you're like, the next day, maybe you don't feel like doing a drawing again, or maybe you do. And then, the next day rolls around. And then you're like, oh, well, I don't know. I kind of don't want to do a drawing. And then you don't do a drawing again. And now, that one day that you took off, now it's turned into 2 days. Now it's turned into Tuesdays, right? And if we're looking at, like a 4-day period, you take one day off. in that 4 day period, you know, that's like 25% of the days. You have to realize because you took that one day off, you took that other day. So essentially what you did when you took that one day off was you took half the days off. And you cut your workload, your practice in like half, which means you're gonna make like 50% as much progress, assuming it's linear like that. And I mean, it is important to note that you can overwork yourself, but I mean, the thing is with like a daily sort of thing, it's really just like you have to realize it's not that bad. Like because well, the reason I go by day instead of like by daily, where you do it like twice a day, is because I place a lot of value in sleep as like a recovery method. You get some sleep, uh, that's why a lot of people say to sleep on it. And it really is just like a super goated recovery method. Oh, come on, come on. Yes! Oh shoot, I gotta outrun the lava. Like, if you get your sleep, like proper amount of sleep, go to bed like around 10 and wake up at 6. Like, you don't gotta wake up super early like 4 or nothing. But there's something about like the sleep between 10 and 12 too. You go to bed at 10, wake up at like, early in the morning. Dude, it's like you unlock superpowers. Like there are a few cheat codes that I have, you know. I went over the one earlier about fudge, where did it even go? Okay, I'll just say the ones that I remember right now. It's getting enough sleep, uh, making sure to practice whatever you want to get good at every day. And then there's also, like make sure you're hydrated. Like if you're dehydrated, actually just it can make it really difficult to think. So you do hydrate, you get a good amount of H2O in your system. Then you can actually think again, and it's like amazing. Then the final cheat code that I have for today, and this one may be a bit more of a difficult one, but when I say I swear by it, I absolutely swear by it. You need to be eating your servings of fruit and veggies every single day. And I know I probably sound like, well, I sound like my own parents right now. Like when I was, 8, like, now I'm 37, so like that was a while ago. But like when I was 8, like I couldn't believe that I could possibly say something like this. Like, what? Eat your fruits and veggies? That's like sacrilegious. You should be considered an enemy of the state, really. Can you please get over here? I have gold in here for you. There's gold for you. Just a little more. There we go. But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the water in there. Maybe it's actually, all the vitamins and minerals. Or maybe honestly it's the sugar in the fruit. Because I tend to not eat a lot of sugar, so maybe it's that as well. I'm not getting enough sugar. But eat a bunch of fruit. You feel like so much better. You feel energized. You feel freaking ready, to, ready to tackle a boulder, or you push the boulder up the mountain. Anyone get that reference? It's a reference to Sisyphus. I never actually read Sisyphus, like the legends. All I know is he pushes a boulder to like the top of a hill. And I mean that's pretty cool. No, I'm just kidding. I know it falls back down. So don't worry about any spoilers about Sisyphus. I think I know how the story ends. Oh, come on, one more piece of obsidian, bro. Fudge! You're awful, bro. Well, I kind of want to leave it on a cliffhanger. So, next time, we'll hopefully get the last piece of obsidian and be able to get out of here. And somehow, some way, try to find our way back from this awful, horrible, desolate place. I would like to place another portal at the Nether Fortress. Actually, no, I'd probably want to place it a bit away. But oh well, that's for next time. Thank you. I can now say actual people for watching this. For watching this Minecraft survival thing. Uh, Once again, don't know anything about this like Louise guy. And I'm probably gonna have to change the title of that video because if I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of freaking me out. But I mean that's really all I got. So see ya.